Today is a very special day because it is an unboxing paired with an unveiling of our new product. So since forever, I have been having my packages stolen at this location. So I took many precautions to make sure that I would actually receive this package. So first of all, it's a lot smaller than I expected it to be. It's this little box here. I'm like, I waited so long that the anticipation is actually killing me that that's why this is so difficult. Okay, we're only at a minute, feels like 5. This is why I don't like doing like calculated videos, because then I get really nervous and I just can't be natural. But you know what? We're gonna make a calculated video. So this is what we have here. Now this is very expensive. Oh, it opens like a, oh, that's so cool. Holy shit. That's where my $217 went, into the boxing. These vials are much bigger than I thought. I thought this would be the size of my lipstick. Oh, it's so heavy, it's lovely. Okay, it's super nice. No regrets right now. I thought it would be the size of my lipstick, but clearly we're winning. We're winning. Oh, one's already loaded. Oh, gotta love a, smells like, oh, we went to church just now. Oh my god, oh my god. And I want to give you a review of this parfum. So basically this parfum is called Love by Kilian, Don't Be Shy, but I always read it as Kilian, Love, comma, Don't Be Shy. Don't mind my camera almost falling to its death. And by the way, I just got the delivery notification that it was here. So I want to tell you a little bit about this perfume. So it has a very special story. I should add, this is super heavy. It's really nice. I really recommend it. Okay, so I'm gonna sit down with my new parfum, which I'm in love with. I love this. I don't know if this is like plastic, but it looks like marble, but I don't know what that is made of, but it is like absolutely divine, that I can definitely see, and it's symmetrical, thank God. I could definitely see me messing up myself with my makeup on that. Okay, so I want to give you a nice full review of this. So okay, I'm gonna show you the whole, I'm gonna add the whole color, the whole story, and I'm gonna add, I'm gonna do a little outline, okay, because I always ramble. So she's gonna do a little outline. So we're gonna make it 3 points. For the first point is gonna be how I feel about this perfume. Second point is gonna be about how I received this perfume. And third point is gonna be about why I think you should buy it too. So let's try this. Okay, first point, how I feel about this parfum. So like literally this is such a good one. So I ordered, you can go onto Kilian, and for $30 you can get 5 samples. They don't last very long at all, but I tried a whole bunch, and to be completely transparent, I'm almost an expert at this perfume brand, because not only do I frequently read about fragrance notes, not only do I frequently read about fragrance notes, I have been on a hunt. Okay, I'm rambling. I've been on a hunt for the perfect vanilla perfume. So there's so many dimensions to this. Like, I'm just gonna let this all go full-fledged and just see where it goes. Okay, so the first thing I want to say, you should really get this fragrance, because oh my god, okay, this fragrance smells like I don't know, I want to kind of redo the camera angle and everything. See how hard this is for me? Oh my god, holy shit. Okay, I'm just gonna stand right here and just do it. Okay, listen, this is like I don't like it though. So we're gonna switch it. We love it better. Instantly more personal. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a lot about this. Okay. I'm like, you should buy this because this is not sponsored. And I consider myself an expert in this perfume brand because I actually, it was post-COVID times, during COVID times, I mean. And I went to the fragrance store and I smelled every single bottle, every single of Kilian, and I was like so stuck. I was either gonna buy this one or like a couple other ones, I don't know. But this was the last one. I was really stuck on it. But I didn't want to buy it because it was cliche, you know, it was made famous for Rihanna. Everybody's using it. It has a very distinctive smell. For some reason, I wanted to smell like unique, like my own thing that I like, that I discovered on my own, you know, not just because it's famous. And when it was brought to me, I didn't know that it was famous. But then I'm starting to Google it, like while I'm in the store, like starting to read all the notes of all of them that I like and trying to decide. And I see articles pop up about Rihanna and how it was rumored that she smelled like this, and this became so popular as like so delicious. Talking about this, and it has been such a long time since I officially sat down to talk about something. So yeah, I'm going to officially talk about it. I am going to, I love this color, and I'm talking about my complexion. We're gonna officially talk about it. We're gonna officially review it. It's gonna be everything. This video will be everything. So I think this is worth talking about. So this was a lesson I learned, and it's such a complex story, and it deserves so much that I'm really just going to let it naturally flow out the way that it wants to. I'm like, what year was that? In 2021, I wanted to treat myself one day after work. So I was telling my coworker that I was exploring fragrances and reading about notes and looking for the perfect vanilla parfum, and she had some samples of Kilian and she showed it to me, and I was so fascinated by the ones that she showed me. They smelled like honey. It was called, they were like the men's one though, and it was called like Midnight or something like that, and it had like it smelled like honey, and I was so fascinated by how complex it was. So the same day I went to Kilian at Saks, Fifth Avenue, and I smelled every single Kilian fragrance that there is. And the one that I got left with was this one, which is Love, Don't Be Shy, Kilian. And when I got left with this one, I definitely didn't want to buy it. It cost $250 for the bottle. I was even thinking like, oh, I could buy the atomizer on Amazon. This is what the salespeople were telling me. And he said I could also just buy the refillable for $200 instead. It's the same quantity, 1.7 fluid ounces, and I could just refill the atomizer. But you know, honestly, cheaping out like ruins the experience, because when I think of like transferring fragrances, even if it's you try to be as clean as possible, just smelling like the over concentrated fragrance like would ruin it for me, or like spilling it on my hands, or getting stuck with that smell like of a too concentrated formula, just being so cheap would ruin it for me. So I stood there for a really long time and still kept trying different ones, and was really debating for the longest time ever until the store was gonna close. And I left without buying anything. He didn't even give me samples. It was so sad. It was such a sad day. And when I went home, and until now, I was looking for the perfect parfum that was preferably, well, really just a vanilla one. And I was even gonna go as far as making my own and all of these things. So today is Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. Oh my God, already the 15th. Wow, my birthday's soon. Wednesdays are my favorite day of the week because I was born on a Wednesday. So I had a lot of issues at this apartment. So I live in this very beautiful apartment, and it has 2 balconies, and it has floor to ceiling windows, and the bedroom has like a whole half wall, more than a half wall of windows as well, and the streaming room also has that. And you could, like, when I lay down at night, I could see the moon and the stars and clouds. I always see the moon. I can see the sunrise over there and set over there. Like, it's very beautiful. I love this apartment. However, somebody in my apartment is specifically stealing only my packages. So I reported it multiple times, and of course it was ignored. However, I finally got this like fury in me. Like, I'm gonna fight for this. Like, this is not right. The trigger was the person, for the second time, ripped up one of my packages and took out everything that's in the box and left the box there. Just all like ugly, like it just ripped up. Like, I was just appalled, and I was like, I wrote a letter to management. Then they'd be like, oh, we don't have a camera in that room, which is like the mail room. So then they finally put a camera in because I complained. I wrote to them, you know, I feel like it's really personal, like my neighbors don't even care, and it's true. I have nightmares about, like, first of all, I always have a nightmare that I'm getting broken into this apartment. One time I dreamt that, like, it was like a combination of like my parents' house plus my apartment, but like I was in my little sister's room and I was sleeping, and these 2 people came in and they didn't take anything, but they were like touching everything. And I see like my handbag. And the next dream, later on, I dreamed that like all the windows are like open, and there's like this lady out there, and her ethnicity is Indian, and she's dancing around with these children. Like, it was a little like whimsical fairy tale-ish, and also like witchcraft-ish. Like, she gave me like weird vibes, like voodoo vibes. I don't know, she was scary. And they like, I have like this pottery thing right there, like hanging up, like that, like they wrote on my stuff, like carved in my, I just felt like people like invading me. And then like all my windows would be open, then I would close the windows and they would be open again. Then I dreamed that one of my ex-boyfriends was here, and I told him in my dream, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna leave and go to work, and you're gonna make sure that nobody comes into my windows. And another dream I would have is like that the door would always be open. And one time I dreamt another dream that like I was like running out of my apartment, like naked, like just running out and like screaming into the hall like for help, because I was like afraid of like whoever was in here. I don't know, I just always dream about getting like robbed or invaded. So, and actually that's like a common fear. Like, ever since I was a little girl, I always had like a burglar dreams, and those were like the scariest dreams ever for me, besides the skull dreams and the death keeper dreams. So one dream also, I dreamt that I was in the stream room, and I was like, woke up and I said, hey, I think I'm dreaming, and my whole apartment's dark. And I said, let me look into the living room, and there was no mirror and there was no ottoman. So I knew that I was dreaming, and then I woke up shortly after. It's so weird, like how I make logic of it. And in every single dream, just like in real life, when I go check the mail and come back, or when I come home, first thing I do is I look to make sure that I still have my cross and I still have my handbag. Those are 2 things of value to me that I always check for every single time in my dreams and in real life, to make sure I haven't gotten robbed. That's 2 things that I would really hate to miss or lose or have stolen. So yeah, people is doing that to my packages. And although the incidence of package loss has significantly decreased, I just recently lost another package today, and I know you would think like, you know, just find an alternative, get a PO box. I've looked into all these things. I have lost a $480 something package, or $400 and something package, like $418 I want to say, package of clothes that was not refunded to me by the company at all. Now I shipped like my clothes to my cousin's house from that particular manufacturer, because I only got 2 small packages from them, and I've lost so many boxes from them. Like, that person always steals my clothes packages. So so the reason why I was telling you about my packages getting stolen is that this package costed $217 plus change. And I know I should have just, you know, went to the store and got it or whatever. I should have. But I don't know, I took the risk and I just got it shipped, and it was on my mind. And I was like watching it really carefully. Yesterday it said it's going to be delivered yesterday. It changed it today. I was watching it. I was like, I know how Sephora works. I always get my packages around the afternoon, and then like work would end and I would like go check for my package and it would be gone. So like, okay, and I know the person always steals from me in the afternoon or late at night. And yeah, last night is when I lost a package. So another package. So this was very sneaky the way I did it. I also knew that the alerts are like at least 6 minutes off. This time today, it was like at least 16 minutes off, because I was already unboxing it and everything, and then I got a message, an email that it's like delivered, but now I'm already unboxing it. Like, and I had to like prepare my room to like unbox it on camera and set up my camera. Like I was there for a while. So it's windows like that are like really detrimental. So I kept checking like all morning for the package. I would say like 2 times or 3. And when I went down to get my food, I made sure to check, and you know, I'm not seeing any new boxes down there. So I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm good right now. Then finally, I hear like the door close. I could hear like, even though I was watching something, I could hear the front door closing, and that was the delivery person leaving. And I heard somebody like running out, and I was like running down the stairs like with a fury, like running down 2 flights of stairs, like, no, you're not gonna get my package this time. And then like the person, they exited the building so fast that I really thought like, oh, it's too late, it's like already gone. Like Sephora is pretty serious. They would not refund me if I lost it, because the simple fact that people just lie so much and be like, say that they lost things when they didn't, you know, and it's not even their fault if like I'm really getting stolen. It's really management's fault. Sorry, but it is. So I like ran downstairs, and I saw someone got like a package of clothes delivered. Like, you could tell because it's a bag, and it, you know, it has soft clothes in it, plastic bag, and on the floor I see a box, and I read it, and I see my name, and I'm so happy. But I was like, wait, before you get happy, because I did order a whole bunch of stuff, let me read who it's from, and it's from Sephora. So I come upstairs, I'm so excited. I've never been driven more, like, and I shop so much. I shop so much online, digitally. I literally just shopped for a hot yoga session for tomorrow morning at 7:30 in the morning. Like, that's the time I'm gonna have my hot yoga, and like, that's the time I'm gonna have my hot yoga. And you know, oh, this is going along more time than I thought. Okay, so yeah, I got so I did get so yeah, that's it about the packages. So I actually got it right on time. I heard it, I felt it, I felt the sensation, like, oh, I should go downstairs and check it. It could be it, and it was it, and I grabbed it and I ran upstairs and I started unboxing it. It smelled so good. So remember I said that how I went to Kilian and I tried every single fragrance. So I didn't want to buy it because it was too expensive. So I spent a year. More than a year. Hold on, is that right? Yeah, more than a year. Exploring all these other things. It might be less than a year. There's a couple months. Okay, so I spent, since that time that I went to Kilian, I spent all this time buying roller samples, which cost like $30, $35, and they run out real fast, and reading about fragrances, blind buying like a Tonka solo note that I didn't even like. I gave it to my sister, and experimenting with the samples if they were offered to me, using my Sephora reward points to buy samples that I could find. Didn't like Chloe, gave me a headache. Versace Crystal, Bright Crystal, gave me a headache. Juliet Has a Gun was really nice, but it's so subtle, I don't even smell it, and like, to me it's really important that I smell it. This is one of the softest parfums of Kilian that doesn't feel like as strongly, and it does fade away, unlike the other ones that do like stay very long. Like in the morning it was still there, but not as like prominent as the other ones. But this one was my favorite because this time when I smelled it, I smelled something I didn't smell before. And I do know it is because I wasn't at like, you know, Saks Fifth with all those people everywhere and like smelling a lot of perfumes, because I was on the perfume floor. So like it just smells like totally different, you know, than natural. And this smells straight like the sugariest cotton candy you've ever met in your life. And it smells so good and delicious. And it literally does dry down to the marshmallow note that it has in it. And I'm surprised there's vanilla in there, but you know, vanilla makes a lot of sense, because if you think about a marshmallow, doesn't it kind of like feel and smell a little vanilla-y, just because of like the sugar and the color and like the taste, and like, you know, it gives me vanilla vibes. So by the way, Vanilla Vibes by Juliet Has a Gun smells nothing like vanilla, so don't get that. I tried it at Sephora. I was so disappointed because I thought that was gonna be it. Also, Vanilla Sky smells nothing like vanilla. It smells like vanilla cappuccino. It just smells like I'm having a coffee right now. Like, I just spray it. It smells like a woodsy coffee, firewood, fireplace, and like, you don't smell vanilla, but it smells like coffee. So I was about to go back to that, you know, because I like the name, Vanilla Sky. But after ordering the samples, I tried all 4 samples first. The 5th sample was this one. And when I tried it, I was just like, this is it. Like, if I just spent $250 that day last year, I would have saved so much money that I spent experimenting with new perfumes, blind buying perfumes. I would have saved so much time researching perfumes, reading perfume notes, obsessing about perfumes, watching all these YouTube videos about different people trying perfumes. And the thing about perfume is, like, first of all, it expires. Second of all, it smells different for everybody. Everybody's sense of smell is super different. And also, some people have more like developed sense of smell than others. Sometimes somebody could smell something and they would really like it, and then someone else might smell it and they might actually smell a different, completely perception, picking up something completely different. That's why, like, there's so many examples. Like, if you just read the review of a perfume you're looking at, you will see some people will be like, don't buy this, it smells like Play-Doh, and other people think it smells so good. I know that one reason you should buy Kilian is because it's a complex fragrance. It has multitude, it has dimension, and it has projection, which is very important. So I know one perfume that I love is the Apothecary Vanilla. I love it so much. Well, I blind bought it because I saw a YouTube video about it, about like a vanilla enthusiast who had a whole bunch of vanilla perfumes, and he said that that was the most purest, beautiful vanilla ever, and it was only $15, and it's something that like it will get like discontinued, and everyone is gonna regret it, and they'll be like, they wish they bought it. So it was Black Friday, so I bought 15 bottles. And I kept them all for myself. It wasn't even like for Christmas gifts or anything. I was like, these are all mine. I put one in every room, and it would make my face irritated, my eyes and my nose, because I would spray it and it smells so good, but then it's like I don't smell anything anymore, so I spray some more. Or then I would go to one room and just like drown myself in it. I would spray a whole bunch all over me, and then I would walk away from it, and still like I would get so much facial irritation from that fragrance, because you need so much of it to smell it, and it doesn't last at all. And I don't know if someone else could have smelled it, but I definitely don't smell it anymore, and you know, that's what matters to me, is if I could smell it. So I gave them all to my sister, and when I gave it to her, she's like, hey, what's wrong with this perfume? I was like, it just makes my face irritated, and it's very light. And she's like, okay, I'll take it. So yeah, it's really funny. So I tried so many perfumes. I'm almost tempted to calculate how much money I spent on perfume before I just committed to buying this. The important thing about Kilian is that if you take any other flavor other than this one, it will last, any other scent, it will last so long, because you just need one spray on your skin and you smell it. But this one, you know, you kind of got to go a little, like I have to do like 4 or 5 sprays. That's just how I like to spray my perfume, you know, so you have to do quite a few with this one. So the next phase about what size bottle to buy. So when I made this purchase, you lose a lot of value by going to buy this. But honestly, looking at the packaging and everything and how heavy this is, like so heavy, it's lovely. It's like a bar of gold in your hand. Like I think I'm just gonna buy a whole bunch of travel size of everything from them. They even have like this snake clutch, which is really cute, so you guys should check that out too. But when I bought this on the internet, I immediately regretted it. I was like, I just wish I bought the big bottle, because I don't even mind carrying on the big bottle, just pulling it out and spraying it all over me. Like, I really don't even care. Like, you know, I love doing stuff like that. It's like outrageous. Like, I just love it. So I did regret it, but now I don't. Now I really appreciate this. And all of them are refillable, so now I just have to buy the refillable, refill it, and we're good to go. And I really love this. It's really beautiful. And it's like a little treasure, and I think it's really nice to have. It was a really nice treat. Net, I would have saved a lot of money if I just went with this instead. Saved myself literally from a lot of headaches. And the smell right now, I still smell it, and it is the best one I've ever smelled. Okay, it's just like sugary and sweet, but like you can really smell the vanilla. It's really the marshmallow. You really smell the marshmallow. So it just smells absolutely nice. It's very light and fluffy. It's really nice. And also, right before the store was closing that day last year, it's about to close, and the guy's trying to close off the sale on me. It didn't work, of course, but he goes, and we're in COVID. He's like, let me smell it. Where did you spray it? And I sprayed it here. He smelled it. He took off his mask. He smelled it, and he said, and by the way, I went all the way around, and I did like Perfume de Marly. I did like Dior, everywhere in there. I smelled all the different perfumes, and the other people, they won't even take off their mask, of course, to I'm like, hey, I like this one, but I don't remember what it is. It was like on the little swatches, and he's like, no, I can't smell it due to COVID. So this guy, he smelled it on me, and he said that goes really good with your skin chemistry, because as you know, fragrance, when you spray it, it reacts with your unique skin chemistry, and it will give a unique smell. That's why you should spray it on your skin, not your clothes. But if you spray on your clothes, it lasts longer, but it smells different. Yes, I don't want to smell like artificially, so I want to smell like me, so I do spray it on me. And he was like, yeah, that smells very good with your skin chemistry. If that smell is that, then you should definitely get it. But, of course, naturally, I just didn't believe him. So yeah, I do regret not getting it. But you never know until you try. And now I learned my lesson. And this is going to be my signature perfume until it gets discontinued. When it gets discontinued, I promise I'm just going to let it go. And I'm not going to be stocking up on it, because perfume does expire. I'm not going to go crazy about it. And I'm not going to even try the extreme version. I'm just going to stick with this. I'm going to buy it in, if they come up with different traveler thingies, I might buy them just to collect them, different ones, but I'm always going to fill it with the same perfume. And I'm religiously sticking to this. It's my new fragrance, and I'm very excited that I finally found it. And I'm gonna tell you something about it, is that I didn't know it had vanilla in it. And I made sure that when I was reviewing all of my perfumes, that I didn't read the notes again for Kilian. Although I read them last year, a long time ago, I don't really remember. But I just wanted to say, because what things say they smell like influences how you perceive it. So when I didn't do that, then I could really say like, oh, this smells like whatever. So that's all on my YouTube channel, is all my perception of all the other ones. But when I smelled this, I didn't even know what it smelled like. Then I looked up the notes, and like when I smelled it, when I smelled it, I was like, this smells like cotton candy. And when I read the notes later, it's orange blossom, vanilla, orchid, marshmallow. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I would never buy another orange blossom fragrance after I bought so much Bon Bon Couture from Victor and Rolf, like so many, and got gifted so many. Like, I would never buy it again. But orange blossom it is again, and it really does pair nicely. And once again, I have to say that it doesn't matter what a perfume smells like. What does really matter is how long it's gonna last, how long it's gonna smell like that, how much of it you need to spray for it to smell, and how far will it project. And I think that this really does the trick of capturing all those elements. And I love the line name, Kilian Narcotics. It's just so deep. It almost gives me like the Weekend vibes. And like to have such a complex fragrance is really important to me. I almost went as far as going to make my own fragrance. We have fragrance bars in New York, and I didn't, because I remembered that even if I make my own fragrance, first of all, it's very costly. It's like $75 just for the trip, for the whole experience. But you won't know the base that they use, the ratio of the base. I couldn't even make it myself at home, you know, like to the point where, yes, I want this to last so long. I want it to have longevity, but like just not being a perfume expert, not having the experience in that, you know, I decided not to take the risk of, you know, trying to make my own. Although like I'm a huge advocate, I wanted to make my own, I wanted to sell it, have my own fragrance to smell exactly like what I like. But honestly, just paying the price of this would just give me the pleasure that I like. It's made by experts. I love the smell. Lasts very long. It's everything I wanted, and safe for your skin. FDA approved, you know, everything. So much stress already relieved. Then I can actually focus my energy on different projects. And I did think this was a very important thing to make a video about. I am absolutely in love. I'm so happy. And I'm like, I hope I don't waste it. But a part of me is like, oh, I hope I do. Oh, it sprays so cold and nice. And it's just lovely, like immediately. It's not even overwhelming. I'm not even irritated. Like, I just have to say, this is not sponsored, but you should definitely go buy Kilian.